All right, I'm going to give you guys like another minute, and then I'm going to have you show me your representations of 1/6, what that looks like. Remember, 1/6 is like saying 1 out of 6. We have 1 shaded in out of 6 pieces. Give me a thumbs up when you are ready to share your fraction. I notice that Ania is ready. I can see that Clay is ready. I can see that Jay is ready. Jonathan is showing me that he's ready. Thank you. CJ is ready. Thank you. Guadalupe is ready. Alex J, I can see is ready. Corbin, you give me a thumbs up? I can't tell. Yes, Corbin's ready. All right, show me your representations for 1/6, please. Oh, I like it, Ania, on a number line, being a risk taker. Very good. All right, so I'm go ahead and put your whiteboards down. Thank you, guys. I'm going to show you, I'm just going to draw an example of what some people did. I saw that Jay did it a certain way that we've talked about. So Jay, can you unmute yourself and tell us what you did in a rectangle to show 1/6?
So first, I made the rectangle into thirds and then put a middle across it.
Okay, so when you say middle across it, you mean like a horizontal line like this?
Yeah.
Yeah. And why did you do that? How did you know to make thirds at the beginning?
Because you're basically having 3 and multiplying it by 2.
Yeah, you're doubling your 3 pieces, right? And by cutting them in half, you doubled them, okay? And then how many pieces did you shade in?
1.
1, right. Why did you only shade 1 in?
Because it's 1/6.
Very good, thank you, sir. Alejandro, can you unmute yourself? I think, and maybe I'm wrong, it might have been Alex J. I'm having trouble remembering now. Alejandro, did you do this? And then did you cut them in half like this?
Yes.
Yes, okay. So Alejandro, I'm going to undo mine, and I want you to go ahead and talk us through what you did. So share, Alejandro, how did you do it? So
I put the line in the middle.
Okay, right down the middle to make it
Yes.
like that. Okay.
And I put one like on the other side.
So then you made thirds and each side, so like that little side's thirds, and then this
Yeah.
little third, so you had 6. All right, and then how many did you shade in?
1.
And why did you only shade in 1?
Because it was 1/6.
Yeah, 1/6. What numbers? The number 1 is the what in this fraction? This is called the what? The 1 is the what? 6 is the denominator. What's 1? The numerator. 1's the numerator. All right, Ania, you were the risk taker who did a number line. So Ania, talk us through, what did you do to make 1/6 on the number line?
So I did the number line, and then I put a line first, and then I put 0 under it, and at the end I put a 1 at the end, and so I had like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lines down the middle.
So you put 0 and you put 1. Sorry, my pen is once again out of function here. I don't know why it's not working.
And then I put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the middle. 5 lines in the middle.
Okay, so that created 6 equal parts. So you put 1. Sorry, I'm having to try this on my computer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna have to try to erase part of this just because it's really hard to do on my computer. All right, and now you have 6 equal parts. And where did you mark your 1/6?
Like next to the 0.
Why did you mark it next to the 0? Why did you put 1/6 right here?
Because after 0, it's 1. So I basically.
Yeah, so if we're counting the 6, it would be 1, 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 6. Very good. All right, so moving on today to the main part of the lesson. Sorry, that should not have taken that long, right? We're going to look at fractions that are not just a unit fraction. So we're looking at right here the fraction 3/4. So when we're looking at 3/4, that numerator, the 3 on top, let's start with the denominator since we just talked about that. The 4 on the bottom. What does that 4 on the bottom mean when we're talking about the whole fraction? What does that 4 on the bottom mean? Jay, I'll let you go ahead and answer this. What does the 4 on the bottom mean?
You divide it into 4 equal parts.
Yes, the whole, if we're looking at this like a candy bar, the whole is going to be split into 4 equal parts. So we're going to have it like, remember, I like to do it like this, like half, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. So you're going to have 4 equal parts. Thank you, sir. Denise, what is that 3? What does the numerator being a 3 mean for our fraction? What does that 3 on the top mean?
It means where you're gonna like color it. So like you're gonna color it 3.
We're going to shade 3. Yep. So we're going to go 1, 2, and 3 to show 3/4, right? Because it's showing us the numerator is 3, meaning 3 are going to be shaded in, 4 is the denominator. When you guys are representing a fraction, when you're making a model for your fraction, you should always start with the denominator, right? Because that tells you how many pieces you need to make in your fraction. So I would always look at the denominator first. I would say, oh, okay, it's telling me I need to make 4 equal pieces. Then look at the numerator. Okay, I need to shade in 3 out of the 4, right? Let's go to the next page here. All right, so now we're looking at, I just want to identify what some of these fractions are. So if I can look at them, I just want to see, can we say what each of those fractions is? So let's look at the very first one up here. That is the blue with the red. Is there anybody who can tell me what that fraction is with the blue shaded in right here? What is that fraction? This one should be very easy. Dunya, is your hand up? Go ahead, Dunya. Dunya, there you go.
1.
How many? 3 are blue. Sorry, blue is shaded in. So 1, 2, 3. So 3, and then what's going to go on the bottom? What's the denominator?
4.
4. Very good. 3/4. All right. Who can do the next one? Let's look at that next one. This one right here with the purple. Purple. What is that fraction going to be? Clay.
It's 2/8.
How did you know it was 2/8?
Because there's 2 shaded in,
All right. So that means the
and
numerator
4
is 2.
plus 4 equals 8.
And why did you say 4 plus 4 equals 8?
Because there's 4 of them per square. 1, 2, 3, 4. And there's another 4 right there. 1, 2, 3, 4. And if you combine them, 4 plus 4 equals 8. And there is 2 shaded in.
Okay, so if you guys can't tell, he's saying there's pieces 1, 2, 3, 4, and then there's 4 on the bottom. So 5, 6, 7, 8 would be the denominator, and there's 2 shaded in. Very good, Clay. Cynthia, I saw your hand up. What do you think about the one underneath it? That's the green circle.
3/3.
3/3. Does anybody else know a way we could say 3/3? We know she said 3/3 because there's 3 shaded in and there's 3 pieces. Jay, your hand's up. What's another way we could say 3/3?
1 whole.
1 whole, right? Because everything's colored in. So if I have 3 out of 3 pieces of a cake, I have a whole cake, right? Because I have all 3 pieces. So you could also say when anytime the numerator and denominator are the same, you can say it is 1 whole. All right, let's look at this one right over here with the red shaded in, the little red pieces shaded in. Jonathan, what do you think that fraction is over here with the red pieces shaded in?
3/8.
Okay, so we're going to look at count again. We need to count again. How many pieces are colored in? I think you just miscounted. 4/8, very good, right? There are 4 shaded, so 4 is the numerator. There are 8 total pieces, so 8 is the denominator. Eric, welcome. Eric, we're looking at fractions that are larger than unit fractions today. Can you tell us, what do you think this fraction is right here with the yellow shaded in?
It's 1/2.
2/3. Why do you say 2/3? I agree with you. Why do you say 2/3, Eric?
Because there are two rectangles were nothing. Because 2 rectangles were actually yellow and one is actually not color.
Yeah, so 2 are shaded, right? So 2 is our numerator because we can see 2 are shaded in, and there's 3 total pieces, so 3 is our denominator. Last one. Let's see who's not gotten to go. Alejandro, what do you think this last fraction is right down here at the bottom?
4/6.
And Alejandro, why do you say 4/6?
Because it's 6. And then there's 4. Draw 4.
Shaded, colored in, right? Yes.
Yeah.
There's 6 total pieces, so 6 is on the bottom, and there are 4 out of those 6 shaded in. All right, moving right along. We're going to look at now being able to represent fractions that are larger than unit fractions. So I am going to give all of you 5 minutes, and I would like you to create a representation for each of these fractions. 1/4, 2/6, and 3/8. So I'm going to give you 5 minutes, and on your whiteboard or on paper, I want you to make 2/4, 2/6, and 3/8, and I want you to label each one, please, so I can see which one is which. All right, label each one. You can do it using a number line, or you can do it using a rectangle, whatever makes you more comfortable. 5 minutes. I'm setting a timer. On your mark, get set, go. 5 minutes. Eric, we can't hear you, but you're cutting in, or Derek, you're cutting in and out. Derek, type it in the chat for me, bud, because you're breaking up. We can't hear you. Why don't you just type me a message in the chat?
Mr. Altman.
You guys have about 2 minutes left. 2 minutes left. I should see when I ask you to show me your whiteboard a representation for all 3 of these. This is going to be kind of hard for me because my pens aren't working, but I will try my best to show an example using my. Oh, now it's working again. This is so weird. All right, I'm not going to complain. One more minute. One more minute. We're going to come back together.
Can somebody please stop that background noise?
I muted it. 30 seconds. All right, please show me your work so I can see you are doing this. Show me your work. Let me see your representations. Excellent, Cynthia. You can go ahead and put yours down. CJ, take a look at your 2/4, dude. Alex, thank you, sir. Jay, thank you. Thank you, Dunya. Corbin, thank you. Clay, thank you. All right, let's go ahead and talk about what we did to make them. I'm going to start with Alex J. Alex J, can you talk us through what you did to do 2/4? Can you talk us through what you did to do 2/4?
So I made a square and I divided them like into so I like put lines like everywhere, so like it makes like 4.
Like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I shaded 2
And why did you shade in 2?
because 2/4 are and the 2 is like the 2
The
parts
2's
that
in
are
what spot? The 2's the what?
the shaded.
I know you shaded in 2. What's that number on top called? 2 is the what in this on this fraction? Yes, sir. Thank you. CJ, what'd you do for 2/6?
What I did for 2/6 is first I drew 3 I had 3 squares,
So like this?
and then I drew a line in the middle,
So like this?
yeah, to get 6, and then I drew in 2 of the squares
1, 2. And why'd you shade in 2 of the squares?
because the numerator 2 is how many are shaded in.
Thank you, sir. 3/8. Corbin, what did you do for 3/8?
I did a number line.
All right. All right, what'd you do first on the number line?
And I put 4. I put 8 lines.
So like this. So did you do it like this? I'm gonna go slow. Made 1, and then did you do it like this so it was 4? And then did you cut those in half so you had 8?
Yeah.
Okay. So now if you guys look, he has 8 jumps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. What'd you do next?
And then I counted up to 3
So did you starting
on
at
my
0?
number line.
So starting at
I
0?
jumped up to 3.
1, 2, 3 right there.
Yeah.
All right.
And then I put 3 8s.
Very good, because that's 3 out of the 8 jumps you could make. All right. Thank you, Corbin. So those are all ways you could have done those fractions. Most people, when they flip their boards over, I saw good work. So thank you guys for doing that. I'm going to go through your job for today, and then you will be done. All right. So you have 2 jobs today. All right. You have an identifying fractions assignment, which should only take a couple minutes. And then you have a representing fraction assignment, which will probably take a little bit longer, but still not too long. So I'm going to show my Canvas page. Can everybody see my Canvas page right now? Give me a thumbs up if you can see my Canvas page. Okay, cool. I want to make sure sometimes I have it and it stays on the flip chart. So if I go to Thursday and I go to math, both of these are your job today. Both of these are your job. The first one, identifying fractions. You're going to go and it is a quiz format. All right. If you look at the questions, it is simply a picture, a picture of a fraction like this. If you can't see it, just pick an answer, all right, and type in the comments. I don't know why. It's showing fraction action speed math review game on there. It was a picture before. That's odd. You're going to look at the fraction, and you're going to name the fraction below. So I'm going to pick which one matches with this, okay? So that's the first assignment. And when that's done, you're going to go back to the math page, and creating fractions is the next one. It says choose 3. Yesterday it said choose 4, and I had a bunch of people choose 1. It says choose 3, and you're going to pick 3 to make a representation of on here, all right? So you're going to pick 3 of these. You just did 1 of them. You're going to pick 3 of these, all right? And you're going to make an example of it, just like my example down here. You can either record yourself holding it up, or you can take pictures, whatever you want to do, and that is your second part of your assignment. How many different pieces of this assignment, how many different things do you have to do today for math? Show me on your fingers. 2, all right? Identifying fractions and then creating fractions. We have done a great job on Dreambox lessons this week. If you have time at the end and you want to do some Dreambox.
Mr. Huffman.
Yes?
Mr. Huffman.
Yes, Derek. Derek, you got to type it in the chat box. I can't hear. It's breaking up. All right. Yeah. Type it in the chat box. Yes, Derek. So you have two assignments. These people, please stay on for a few minutes afterwards. All right. These people, please